So we are going to be doing a glitter gradient manicure, and once I give a few moments for people to kind of sit in and join our live, I'll have Chris start the timer. However, I don't want her to start the timer just yet because we're still getting started. So for those of you who have never tried glitter gradients, I'm going to show you a very quick and easy way to do this. I did a very simple manicure, which you can see here, using some of our glitter polishes. This is one of our newest ones called Glam P122, and then this is an older color called Wishing Well, and I believe this is from one of our fairy tale collections that we launched earlier this spring. And then we're also going to be using Frozen for stamping. I applied our concealing base coat on Chris already. So that is this base coat. I love this base coat. If you don't have it, it's an absolute must in your arsenal because it's just the perfect sheer color and it works on every skin tone, regardless of what. You could have purple skin and this would still look great on you. I'm telling you, it's the perfect base coat. So I'll show you what it looks like on Chris's nails right now. As you can see, it just gives her her nails a nice little pink effect, to make it look really healthy. Chris has beautiful nails already, so she doesn't need it, but I just kind of like the way it looks. So this is one of the designs that we'll be doing today. This is a, excuse me, this is a really fun holiday manicure. Let's try and zoom in so you guys can see more. So this is a really fun holiday manicure that you could wear for New Year's Eve, for Christmas, or just for winter if you don't celebrate any of that. So I hope you guys like it. Well, it seems like we have a few people who've joined us, so I think we're gonna get started. Give me 1 second to move everything out of the way and get my station ready because it's gonna be go time. So the other thing you're going to be needing in today's live is a makeup wedge. I recommend using specifically a makeup wedge. Do not use just a normal kitchen sponge because the holes in that sponge are too large and they're not dense enough. And what happens is if you're applying polish to the sponge and the holes are too big, all the polish pools in the holes of the sponge. So that way when you dab it on, it ends up getting really lumpy. It ends up getting really gross. You don't have a nice smooth gradient. So the trick is to get a makeup sponge. You can purchase these, I'd say, for like a couple of dollars at your local drugstore or like a, what are those things called? Like a 99-cent store. Usually they sell them for really reasonable. But yeah. If you have one that's dirty, maybe use the top, just cut it off and use it again because I personally like to reuse these. I will just cut off the part that was used and then use it again so that way I still get to use it more and recycle. All right. So we're almost ready. Today we're going to be using our 2 glitter polishes. So everyone wish me luck. Chris, can you please start the timer? So first I'm going to go ahead and apply gold glitter to the sponge. Now the reason why we like to apply glitter on a sponge is because a lot of times there's like a clear base that is suspending the glitter. Sometimes when you're applying glitter gradients, you get so much of that clear like polish and not enough of the glitter pigments, and that can just be really annoying. So this helps to make sure that you get majority of it is just all glitter pigments and less of that clear base. So you get a really nice gradient effect. Also, if you notice, I'm kind of applying this in a U shape over here. So towards the tail, this area, I'm almost dragging the polish and I'm applying less polish. So that way we have a nice smooth gradient. I don't want to just paint a straight line because then it's going to look like a straight line when I dab it onto her nail. If you want, you can dab the excess on a piece of paper. I have like a little piece of scratch paper here, and you can just go ahead and do that. But if not, you can go right ahead. So here we go. So it's just going to be quick, fast movements. And you'll start to feel if your sponge gets a little too dry, like mine's is already getting a little bit too dry, and you can even see here that the glitter is mostly gone from the sponge. So I'm just gonna try and apply the little extra bits of glitter that's on the sponge, so that way we don't waste any of it. But you can already see how quick and simple that was. Go ahead and load your sponge up again. Excuse me, Chris. And I'm just gonna load it up with more gold glitter. So when I was doing this technique, I kind of liked the mixed glitter combo. So I have the gold on the bottom, and then I apply the purple over. And the reason I did that is because the gold is a little bit lighter and the purple's really dark. So this kind of softens the purple a little bit and gives it more of that pretty gold shimmer. Also, I have my A team with me today who's answering questions and helping out. So if I'm not able to get to your question, my A team is there to assist. Say hello to Ren, everyone. He's helping out today. So the success of your glitter gradient is really going to be based on how you apply it on the sponge. If you don't apply it to the sponge properly, your glitter gradient is going to be a little tricky. So again, here, let me show you what it looks like on the side. You see how there's so much wetness over here? We don't really want it to be that wet. That's part of the, the base that is suspending the glitter. And we're just gonna go ahead and lightly tap. And I'm trying to focus all the glitter at the tip of her nail. Because we can always go back and add a little bit more. So Chris, why don't you tell everyone what it is that you do at Maniology, and also you might need to speak up a little bit because they might not be able to hear you. Yeah, your mask.
Yes, so I work in the shipping. I work in the shipping and operation department. Yeah.
So
I deal with the orders.
Yes, if you've ever reached out for customer concerns or issues, sometimes Chris is the one who is assisting you. And she's very, very sweet for those of you who have had the chance to be able to talk to Chris. So another thing that I want to mention, okay. Another thing that I wanted to mention about this technique is that you want to make sure that your base is like as dry as possible. You do not want to have a really wet base when you're doing this technique. It's just going to get all smushed from, you know, pressing the sponge against it. So make sure that if you're doing this, you applied your base color and that it's completely dry. Since we applied a very sheer coat of our concealing base and also our calcium-rich base coat, it dried within minutes and it was able to start doing this technique. Isn't it pretty though? Give me some hearts if you think that this is really cute. I really like the sparkles. I don't know how you guys feel about it, but I just think it's so festive for the holidays. Ooh, someone said that they can't wait to try this. Oh, sorry, other hand. Since there's kind of a lot of product on this, I'm actually going to start with her other nail because I want to kind of spread the product out. And for the pinky, we don't need as much product anyways. So when I'm doing this, you're gonna notice that I kind of keep moving her finger around like this, and that's just so that way I can make sure I'm getting a nice even application. So when you're doing this on your own nail, just make sure that you kind of go like this and kind of move your finger around, so that way you're making sure that you're not just dabbing glitter on in the exact same spot over and over again, because the goal is to kind of make it an even, smooth fade. So it's a little bit easier to apply the gold glitter because there isn't really any purple or tinted base. It's just a clear base that's suspending the glitter. However, with the purple, I'm a little bit more cautious about just painting it on like a straight line, because it does have some of those purple pigments inside the liquid base. So if I just apply it like a straight line, it's gonna end up looking really, really blocky on her nail, and you're not gonna get that really pretty fade. Another thing too is, because we're kind of created a U shape, when it comes to this part, you know, if it touches this part of her nail, it's completely okay since there's no color there. And that's the point. So another reason why we like to do glitter gradients this way, or different ombres, is because you're applying several thin coats, which means the dry time is going to be faster, which means we'll be able to stamp quicker, and you're not going to have to sit there and wait forever for your base to dry, because we all know how difficult it can be to just stay still and wait. And who really has time for that as well? So that's another reason why, if you've seen some of my other lives, we talk about the importance of speed application, especially if I'm doing like photo shoots. I need to be able to quickly get that base on, so that way we can start stamping. We don't have, you know, hours for wait time, and it just really helps to put on a color smoothly, evenly, and also making sure it dries quickly, because that is so important when you're doing these kinds of things. Oh, I keep getting out of frame for her thumb. Sorry about that. There we go. Okay. Now I'm just gonna go ahead and touch up some of the other nails that I felt like maybe needed a little bit more.
10 minutes past.
Okay. Okay. So I'm just trying to drag that glitter down a little bit more. I mean, so as you can see, there really isn't much technique to this. This is just a lot of dabbing and sponging. So it's something that I feel like everyone can do, regardless of your skill, regardless if you have steady hands or not. This is the perfect way for everyone to kind of get into gradients And the great thing about glitters is that a lot of times the base for glitters is very, very sheer. So it's very forgiving when it comes to doing gradients on this. Whereas if you're trying to do a cream color gradient, it just requires a lot more technical skills, I feel like, to make sure it's nice and seamless. Okay, Chris, can I have your other hand? Whoops, I did things in a reverse a little bit, but it'll be okay. Happy little accidents is what we're all about. That's kind of how I found out about this glitter combination. It was just like a little bit of a happy accident. I was playing around and I really liked the way it looked. So I was like, that is the look. That's the winning look for today. Okay, base is done. Now it's time to stamp. How many minutes do we have left, Chris?
About 2 minutes.
Okay, let's see how much we can do in 2 minutes. Is this gonna be a 15-minute manicure or did I talk too much? We'll find out. Okay, so we're probably gonna switch up the arrangement for this. See, Linda knows happy little accidents is her jam. It's my jam too, Linda. Sometimes it's just like that, and it's okay. Because honestly, those are the best when you find all these cool nail art techniques that you didn't even realize were gonna come in handy. Other hand, Chris. So a lot of times I also like to switch up the arrangement of how the fingers were stamped because it makes the manicure a little bit more interesting. You can still do the same designs on both hands, but maybe putting it on a ring finger instead of the index finger like how you did with the other hand keeps it interesting, and it makes people go, hey, can I see your other hand too? Instead of just showing them that one hand, to really get them interested in your manicure. I think I'm gonna do this on her pinky. So as you can see, now that I kind of stopped talking, we're in full speed mode.
Yes.
Oh, I was late for my 15-minute manicure, but honestly, I think you guys could do it in 15 minutes. I have a camera, I'm trying to talk and share information, but I think that if I was just quiet, which I'm sure would be boring to watch, we'd be able to do it in that time frame. It's always hard to kind of compete with having the camera in front of your face and trying to make sure that I remember all the pertinent information and all the important things that I want to share with you guys to make it a little easier for you when you're doing your manicure. Okay. So right now, I'm just kind of putting the snowflake sporadically over the nail. It doesn't have to have any particular rhyme or reason, just do whatever makes you happy. I'm also using our Winter Kingdom plate, which is BMXL 482, and also I used M172 today for the larger snowflakes. But again, whatever makes your nail art part happy is the manicure that you should be doing. Because honestly, this is supposed to be a fun thing. If you're not having fun, then it's time to take a break. And we've all been there where it's just rough stamping days. Maybe you're not in a great mood and it translates on your nails. In those moments, it's time to take a breather and come back to it in a little bit, because it'll always be right there. Sometimes I even flip the direction of the plate so that way it makes things a little quicker. And we have 2 more nails. So for those of you who are curious about what polish I'm using Frozen, and then I'm also using Glam and Wishing Well, because I think I saw someone ask questions about that. Then the very last finger. Thank you all for being so patient with me, even though I kind of went over my timeline a little bit. I appreciate it. Voila. So, time for the big reveal. If you have a little fallout, it'll be okay. Who else loves these cuticle wraps? Like, they are such a lifesaver. Oops. Okay, Matt. Let's see the goods. Oh, got a little bit of... Okay. Look at Chris's gorgeous manicure. So from here, we're gonna top coat and then send Chris on her merry way. Thank you so much, Chris, for helping us today. We really appreciated having you as a model. Isn't Chris a great model, everyone? Doesn't she have beautiful nails? Like, her natural nails are envy-worthy. I did not get so lucky, so I always have to protect my nails to make them grow nice and long, but Chris was just born with it. And honestly, it's something that I wish... If I had one superpower, that'd be my superpower. I want my nails to grow long like Chris's nails. Okay, other hand, please. So how many of you are going to try this manicure? Tell us in the comments below. Is this what you're going to be doing for your your winter mani? Did we inspire you? So we used our smudge-free top coat to protect. So go ahead, Chris, and do the model pose for us. Yep, perfect. Here, I'm gonna put your hand here, and I'm gonna just go ahead and angle your hand there. Isn't it beautiful, everyone? Look at her nails. They're so sparkly. She's ready for the holidays. Ooh, you've got lots of
Love it.
comments. Everyone's saying that they're looking forward to trying it. And everyone says your hands look very pretty, Chris.
Thank you.
I'm so happy you all loved it, and thank you again for being patient with me. I really appreciate it. And if you guys try any of these techniques, or if you just get a bunch of nail mail from us and you want to show us your haul, go ahead and mention Hello Maniology and also hashtag Maniology. We love seeing your creations. It gives us a lot of really cool ideas, and I mean, this is what we're here for. We want to see your creative stamping journey. So yeah, I hope everyone has an amazing week, and I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you so much. Wait, bye, Chris.
Bye.
Bye, everyone. Talk to you later.